Okay, so I have had a quick scan through this track. I've got this track and I've got Clooney What You Want set up on the other side. So I'll send you a picture. On the end of this track, or from the middle to the end, I've set up several cue points on the decks that mark different transitions, different phrases. If it was vinyl, see now, because we're digital, we can just press a button and when we've got cue points that just act as bookmarks, as reminders for us. If it was vinyl, you might look at the pattern on the record and remember what happens where. Same method, just one's vinyl and one's a little bit easier because it's modern technology. So the patterns, the phrases that I've marked out are these. So this is the start of the record. Okay, so that's what happens. You've got about 2 minutes left of the track. Then you've got that. So you've gone from basically the more of a hi-hat and you've got the bloop sound. There's a little bit less going on there. You've got the bass line. You haven't got the bloop sound. Then you've got another part of the phrase where it's just, I've just put a marker in there. So that and that, it's the same sound, it's just a few bars further in. And then that's the last marker, which is just the drum beats. So if you had a lot going on in the tune that's coming in, you might choose to have the main phrase start there, because there's not much going on. Okay, if you had a tune coming in and it complemented this tune, you could start from there. You could do a 2-minute mix then, if they complemented each other, if they were in the same key, or if there was not much going on in the tune you're mixing in, you've then got more opportunity. If the tune you're mixing in starts with, say, for example, some synth, and it's going to clash massively, then you're going to have to do your mix here, because there's not much going on. So with the technology, you can partly see what's going to happen. I can see that this track is in G minor, and the next track, Clooney What You Want, is in F minor. So I can see that. You can refer that to your wheel if you want to, or you can just have a play with it. So I'm just going to have a play with these two and just see what sounds good. What sounds good to me might be different to what sounds good to you. So that's when you've got your individuality of being a DJ. So we'll do a few different mixes, and you can decide what you like, what you don't like, and then from there, that should give you some idea of how to blend them together. Okay, so off we go. We're going to start with Get Up, and we're going to mix Clooney What You Want into that. Okay, so get up, stand up. So that's the start of this tune. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Okay, so I'm just going to forward it on to somewhere near the middle, and then we can have a play with the mix. Get up, stand up. Okay, so you've got 2 minutes left of this track. So I can see there's a transition coming up. There's a new phrase. In my headphones, I'm just about to start the phrase about now. Okay, so we've gone from that point there, and that's the result. That's your mix. Okay, so let's try it from a different point, a little bit later in Get Up. So we'll stop that. I'll reset everything, and let's go from... So that went from cue point C. Let's go from cue point D this time, and you can see what that sounds like. Okay, so with that one, the bass line on What You Want came in just as everything was finishing on Get Up, so you had a real nice changeover.
Tell me what you want.
Whereas the other one, there's a little bit more going on in both tunes. We'll do a final one, and what we'll do is we'll go from 2 minutes into Get Up, so there's a bit more going on in both tunes. And then you can decide which of those three you prefer. It's up to you. Tech house is relatively easy to mix in that you can play one tune over the top of the other, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to sound okay. Whereas with, for example, something that I play like Happy Hardcore, you can't have two lots of piano and singing going on together because it'll just clash like mad. But this, you can almost make a new tune, which is part of the art of being a DJ. So, but it's entirely up to you. Right, okay, last time we're going to go from Q point G in Get Up and see what that sounds like.
Get up, stand up. 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 Come on, throw your hands up. Get up, stand up.
Okay, so that was that one. You can get quite a nice transition. So with that one, if you noticed, I actually got the phrasing out by a couple of beats, just because the way that it looked and the way that it panned out. It was actually. I'll show you what I mean.
Tell me what you want.
To this one.
Stand up. Come on, throw your hands up.
There.
Get up, stand up.
For me, looks like it should start there. That is where it looks like the next phrase should start. When the beat actually starts, so coming in, boom, there, but it's not. I'll tell you when it is. It's actually now. So you've actually got that little bit of bass before the main kick kicks in, and that's the start of the phrase. So with that last mix, the phrasing was out slightly. So all we do is we go back for next time and we swap the marker. So the original marker on G is there. What I'll do is swap the marker now. So so the marker's going from here. I'm going to cancel that marker. I'm going to put it to there. So that would be Shift and G on my setup. And then put that marker back on G, so that now... So this is where the marker is now. There. Previously, it was there. Okay, so all that's doing is just giving us like a post-it note, a reminder on the track that that's where the phrase starts. If it's a vinyl, all you got to do is just remember. So you look at the pattern on the record, you know that it's roughly there, and you just got to remember in your head that the phrasing starts there, not there. It just gives us a little bit of an aide-memoire, a little bit of a reminder. So that's what you've got. You've got the phrasing. You've got the other tune coming in. What I will say as well is if you do it the other way around, so with this, we're bringing in this tune. Okay, it's quite easy to smoothly get that in quite quickly. Whereas if we were going the other way around with Get Up, which starts like this,
Get up, stand up.
straight away you've got that vocal. So you're going to hear that vocal come in. So it's a little bit harder to blend
Get up, stand up.
that than it is to blend that. So in fact, let's have a quick go. We'll do it the other way around. So I've no markers on here, but I can actually see the phrasing on the screen, or you can just remember it if it's a vinyl. It's quite easy to see. So there's going to phrase is going to change now. There. Okay, let's have a go.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Ooh la la.
Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up.
So that's just a
Get up, stand up.
quite straightforward blend and switch over. If you want it to... If you want the transition so that what you want, the main part of that finishes, and then you start to get the build-up in Get Up, you can start it a little bit earlier. So that would be something like... Let's have a quick listen.
Pack it up.
La. Ooh la la.
So I quite like the idea of that ooh la la signalling something on the other track. So that if we can get ooh la la in What You Want to herald, to mark something significant going on in this tune. So if we could go ooh la la and then... So what we need to do then is work out at what point we need to start this tune in the other tune. Let's see if we can do it. So this is the creative part. I want it to go ooh la la and then that. So that up that little sample. I want those two. That's the transition as a DJ. That's the creative part. It's easy just to blend it over. So that's what I will be thinking now. I've heard. Where's the ooh la la? So I've heard this ooh la la.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Ooh la la.
Boom, that's what's in my head now. So sometimes you try these things and they don't work, but sounds like it might work. So that means we need, I'm going to set a cue point on there. Where's the ooh la la?
Tell me what you need. Ooh la la.
Okay, so we've called that cue point D on this track now. Let me just stop that. So on Get Up from A, which is there, to B.
Get up, get up.
That's about a minute. Okay, so on cue point D, which is after the ooh la la, we want to go back a minute from there. So that's 15 seconds to go.
Tell me what you want.
So I think if we start it roughly.
Tell me what you need. Ooh la la. Tell me what you want.
Okay, so the mix is going on in the headphones there. We've got an ooh la la. And I'm just about to start the mix in the headphones. I'm going to start bringing it in.
Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up.
So now I'm just hoping I've got the timing right and I've got the position right of when to start this tune.
Get up,
Tell me
stand
what you
up.
want. Tell me what you need.
Get up,
Tell me
stand
what you
up.
want. Tell me what you need. Ooh la la.
Get up, stand up.
So it was not right. So it should have been there. Okay. So we need to do it again.
La la. Tell me what you
So that's
want.
where I started it.
La la.
Started the mix there, which is
Tell me what you
about 1 minute and 10 to go. If I start the mix, let me just think. Do I need to go backwards or forwards? Okay.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Ooh la la. Tell me what you want.
Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Get up,
Tell me
stand
what you
up.
want. Tell me what you need.
Get up,
Tell me
stand
what you
up.
want. Tell me what you need. Ooh la la.
There you go. So that's what I wanted to happen. You might like it, you might not. I would be going for that because I think that's a nice transition. It's all about finding transitions that you like. Right, that's perfect. For me, that's the perfect mix for these two tunes, going from this one to this one. Because as soon as it says ooh la la,
Pack it up.
you get the Pack It Up sample, and when Clooney tune finishes, you get the build on here. So, boom, there, that's exactly when Clooney finishes, so that's perfect. But the phrasing, it's slightly different to what I thought it would be, so that's just experimentation.
Pack it up.
So whether it's a record and remembering it, or whether it's vinyl and you've got the little cue points to help you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set a cue point. I'm going to call it cue point E on what you want to remind me that that's where I need to start this tune. So if we go back to Clooney, where was it now?
La la.
That's where I thought it was the first time. It wasn't quite right. It worked, but I want it to be here.
Tell me what you want.
There.
Tell me what
Okay,
you
so I've set a cue point there.
Ooh la
On
la.
my software, I can actually
me what
make a
you
note that that cue point is where I would bring in Get Up, because you've got 5,000 songs. You can't remember which is which. So I'm now going to add a note on there. So I've now got cue point E and it says Get Up Original Mix, and so I know that's when to bring it in, and that's a mix that I'm happy with. And the trick now is for you to do the same and get some mixes that you're happy with.